So I just went through a whole host of strategies that you can use to find distributions. As you probably noticed, they're not that complex because frankly, it's not that difficult. The biggest challenge with this entire training program was to have you get on the same page as me, which is essentially understanding that if you have the right deal, the right structure, it's suited for scalability, you can distribute with other companies and they will work with you to sell for you. However, there is one thing you've got to bear in mind. Once you've got, like, let's say 10, 50, 100, this isn't all, I wouldn't say this is a law, but it's something that I noticed to be true. So I want you to throw this in here. I've noticed this to be true with all of my networks. Not that, I'll give you an example. So if I have 100 different companies working for me, Pareto's principle and the 80-20 rule would dictate that only 20% of them are working for me at any given time. That doesn't mean I've got 100 companies and 80 decided to quit and only 20 are selling for me. It just means that in any given month, typically, I'm only getting a certain amount of deals coming from that portion of businesses, that territory, location of the world. That it's not that it's always 20%. It's just that it's a good guideline. So you can manage your own expectations. If you have 100 agents, don't think that every single month, if they all did 5, I'm going to make 10 million a month. If they all did 5 deals, whatever. You've got to factor in this rule, the 80-20 rule, that if you've got 100 companies, 20% of them might do deals this month. Another 20% may do deals the following month. There may be a down period between those two groups, and then maybe something else. It just works like that. It's not that it's guaranteed, set in stone. Just bear that in mind, because now we're going to be talking about how to make sure you want to keep that 100. You want to keep growing your distribution channels, the partners that you have with you, as long as you've got the supply. Remember, we're assuming at this point that you've got everything right, the deal, the structure, and the supply side, right? So you want to keep building out your distribution channels. So if this is what we're looking to do, you've also got to think about how you can have them, well, you want to keep them on as long as possible. You want them to self-regulate as long as possible. You don't really want to have to go into those legal skirmishes where you're having to throw tortious interference because people are stealing other companies. You want to have a harmonious relationship that's lasting for a long time, and you don't want to keep chopping and changing through companies. So what we're going to discuss now is really just how do you keep them working for you. So I'll see you in the next video.